I'm very pleased with the way today's hearing went off. I'm so impressed with the quality of the testimony from the proponents of the bill. I think the personal stories that they shared illustrate why this is so important, why there is a certain urgency, and why I've said for some time now that I think this is a law that's overdue. This is one further step for progress. And really, in my own lifetime, I marvel at how much societal attitudes have changed. It saddens me to see young people who still feel so discriminated against and bullied and hated that they take their own lives because they have nowhere to turn. I'd like to think that with each step forward, like we've taken today, we're making the world a friendlier and more accommodating place for everyone, regardless of their differences, regardless of where they live or their station in life. I've not spoken with the speaker about this recently, and no, I'm taking it one step at a time, and I'm pleased that the bill, I think, will gain momentum throughout the process. We're here to debate civil law, and I think a lot of people showed up to debate Leviticus. And frankly, I don't think that debate belongs in this room. I expect bipartisan support for this bill as it moves through, and I'm very pleased that there was at least one member from the other party that crossed over, and I don't think that will be the last time that happens with this bill.
I think he has a lot of impact and a lot of input on what the future of this bill holds. But given that more and more Republicans every day that I talk to are getting swayed and becoming more likely to support this, I think that puts him in a place where, as his caucus, if he gets 10 to, if there's 5 to 10 right now, if it grows, I mean, a significant portion of his caucus start to support the bill. I think that puts pressure on him to have to make sure it gets a fair hearing. No, I think everyone's making their arguments, and I think we hear a lot about why this is important for families. I think when I heard Senator Roberts make her closing remarks, and actually her opening questions around kids and why this bill is so important, because the one provision it really adds around laws that we have now, and in addition to what we have now, is the protection for kids and making sure that parents, if it's same-sex or opposite sex, are responsible for the kids. If they stay together or if they decide to break the relationship, then at the end of the day you have to protect the kids, and that's one of the key areas of this bill. From what I heard, you heard people from the LGBT community coming out in opposition to the bill because it didn't go far enough. You heard Senator Carroll talk about the problems with the bill, that it didn't hit all the rights that we see in marriage. So no, it's not a carbon copy. One, the Constitution doesn't allow that, and two, you heard, I think, from people today who said it wasn't, and they didn't like it because it wasn't. And at the end of the day, I think we need full equality, but we have an obligation to uphold the Constitution of the state, which we all took an oath as legislators. And we must do that, and this is what we can do to help provide protections and responsibility for loving couples and families across the state.